Whale watching in Newfoundland. Every year, Newfoundland attracts thousands of tourists for the sole reason of wanting to see a whale up close and personal. Newfoundland sits on a giant marine ecosystem, also known as the Atlantic Ocean. The ocean can be seen as to having a spirit by the indigenous people as it represents the connectivity to Mother Earth. Whales not only help with the tourist industry, but they also have biotic and abiotic relationships that help them and the species they connect with. Whales and barnacles are an example of a biotic relationship. The barnacles will call the whale home for a period of time. This is seen as a commensalism relationship. One organism will benefit. In this example, this is the barnacle, and the other species feels no biological cost as the other species does not affect them by being there. This is the whale. Some barnacles will travel to new destinations, while some will only be there to eat as they eat the food off of whales, like lice, or other organisms that float through the water and onto the whale. The barnacles will fall off when the whales fight due to the force caused, but will do some damage before falling off due to the sharpness of their shells. An abiotic relationship that whales depend on is the sun. You might not think about this as whales live in the depths of the ocean, but the sun plays a vital role in photosynthesis of phytoplankton, which is their main food source. In the background, you can hear whale noises, or songs as some people call them. These include echoes, clicks, and whistles. Whales use these to echolocate within their pods or to find other whales nearby and to locate food. Take a moment to appreciate the whale songs in the background. It's not just the whales that attract tourists. Newfoundland's marine ecosystem is home to lots of seabirds, including puffins, petrels, loons, guillemots, murres, gills, kittiwakes, and many more. The Steller sea eagle also now calls Newfoundland home for the summer months and migrates around Newfoundland and parts of Atlantic Canada and eastern United States in the winter. The Steller sea eagle originated in Russia, so the change in the resources of food and other birds of which it lives and fights with can be seen as a form of adaptation. Newfoundland's climate is also much different than what it was used to in Russia. This will also be seen as a form of adaptation. While some won't always get the chance to see whales depending on what time you visit or if they're not active at the time, Newfoundland's beautiful rock landscapes are also a reason people will join boat tours just to see. While Newfoundland is home to lots of marine birds and animals, it is also home to hundreds of icebergs that pass through our waters every year. Icebergs come from the north every year and sometimes just pass right by or come into the bays and stick around for a little while or until they're completely gone. Some even ground themselves and stay in spot until breaking into small enough pieces to just float away or until completely melted due to the sun beating down on them. Icebergs serve as an abiotic relationship for lots of marine species, as they can help to protect species from predators, as they can be a resting spot or hiding spot, depending on how you see it. It also acts as hunting grounds for polar bears. They've also acted as taxi services for them to locations they do not belong. While icebergs do carry this beauty and taxi service, they have been known to cause damage to the sea ground when running themselves aground. While some travel to Newfoundland for the whales, some are lucky enough to see orcas without even trying to. Orcas are common to Newfoundland waters and are a predator to the whale species that call Newfoundland home. Orcas commonly go for the weakest and or smallest whale when hunting. In Newfoundland, it is common to find orcas near a pod of whales that have attacked, as this is what they want the most due to the fact they put up the least fight, which can be seen as an example of hunting in an optimal way. Orcas, or kakuin, are sometimes seen as guardians of the sea by the indigenous people. They represent the strength of love and family bonding due to their strong group behavior. They are also known as the enforcer of the seas, and a belief with some that they embody the souls of the sea's chiefs. In the background, you can hear orca noises, which include clicks, whistles, and calls, which means more frequent noises. They use this form of noise as a way to communicate with others within the pod or other pods nearby. They also use this to locate food, which oftentimes is other whales. When other whales sense orcas coming, it is common for them to make themselves as big as possible. For most whale species, it is common to see them start to breach, which means bringing themselves out of the water to create a big commotion in the water, making themselves seem bigger than they are. It is common to see flipper slapping and tail lobbing. I hope this has inspired you to come visit Newfoundland and enjoy the beauty of the province, but also be out on the water to view the whales, birds, icebergs, and any other things you will find out in the marine ecosystem.